But just know that it's me that you love and I hate. And don't ever regret the decisions you make, but just simply embrace it. Put some patience within yourself and never expect any help. And never expect anyone to accept you for you. Just always stay true to yourself.
What up, though, y'all? It's your girl, Andrea Alexis. I'm back with another episode of Power You Podcast. I got Coop with me. Coop, how you feeling?
I'm good.
He's good. We got a special guest in the building with us today. We have Talia. Breanna, how you feeling?
Good.
Thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Listen, just, real quick, I want to give a shout out to Kev Jordan on the hoodies. I am not toxic, but the hoodie is dope. Like, I don't, look at
She
myself as
toxic
that.
as hell.
We're not going to get into that. And then secondly, today I am not taking the glasses off. My eye is just not right. So we just, no, Coop ain't beat my ass. It's not black, but it's just not right, okay?
Told y'all she was toxic. I beat that ass.
But anywho, let's get into it with you, Miss Ma'am. Now, what is it that you do? We know you make videos go viral, and we're going to get into that. But
Okay.
What is it all that you do?
Okay, well, I'm the Jill of all trades.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a mother first, before anything. I'm an actress. I cook. I have businesses, and I'm working on getting all of that launched next year. So
Okay.
I'm working on that now. But yeah, that's about it.
So you don't clean?
Yeah, I clean. Cook and clean, it's the bundle.
Oh.
It's a
It
bundle.
go hand in hand
Yeah, it
when
go
you,
hand in hand.
because you can't cook without cleaning. Cause
Exactly.
listen, I don't, but some people will. We ain't gonna get into that. We're not gonna get into that.
Everybody got that friend.
We're not gonna
Everybody
get
got
into that.
friend?
You go in their house and you be like,
Yeah.
damn, you go clean the fuck up?
Right, facts. No,
And the
for
dishes
real.
just keep piling
exactly,
up.
facts.
I'm not gonna clean that shit, but it is what it is. Now, actress,
Actress, yes.
what can we expect to see you in? What have we might have seen you in?
Okay, so let's talk about that.
Okay.
So, I actually have a few horror films that's out right now on Roku. Shout out to the Enterprise Theater. Akil Hassan. He's a black-owned app owner.
Oh.
It's called the Black Enterprise Theater. It's on Roku right now. And also, I'm in Caesar and Ronan. Shout out to Lyrique. And I was also in 5 Minutes on the Cheddar Boy films. And that
Okay.
should be coming out next year sometime.
Ooh.
I recently had a film that I was in that I had got kicked out of. So
the hell?
I was excited about that, but it's okay. I
You
understand.
was excited to get kicked out?
No, I was excited about
To the
filming
film.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, but we
Why
can
you
talk
get
about
kicked
that.
out?
We
Yeah,
can talk
yeah,
about
no, because
that.
we want to know.
Right.
Okay, so I was in this film. I'm not going to say the name because
No
it's
name.
not
Oh,
out yet.
okay.
But unfortunately, I had got kicked out. I had a lot of things going on personally and mentally. So a lot of people, it's that time of the year, seasonal depression and things like that. And I had a lot going on. But with me, when I study my lines, I can memorize it like that.
Yeah.
But at rehearsal, when we had that one in-person rehearsal, I guess I wasn't given what it was supposed to give.
Yeah.
And they felt like I wasn't prepared enough. So I knew that I would be able to kick. We can cuss, right?
Yeah.
I knew I was going to kick ass once that camera
Yeah,
rolls and
and
get in my face. I know for a fact I can give what it's supposed to give. But unfortunately, I guess they felt that I wasn't prepared enough. And I just want to tell people, like, make sure that even when you are going through things, try not to let your personal life reflect on
Yes.
what you love to do. And unfortunately, I allow myself to let the best get the, I allow my mind to get the best in me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just a lesson learned for me for
Yeah.
right now, because they had somebody that was in there that was big, kind of.
Yeah.
And I kind
Got a
of
little nervous, intimidated.
I didn't get nervous or intimidated. I was really excited because I'm like, this
Okay.
person got a name for themselves, so I'm finally filming with somebody who's big, So it's just a lesson learned. I do feel like I know that I was gonna be able to perform what I was supposed to, but it's all good.
Everything happened
Happens
for a reason, and it
yeah.
just wasn't the time
It
yet on
wasn't.
that project. But it's okay. You still got to be in the room with them,
Yeah.
show what you can deliver, and maybe just for that project, maybe they'll call you back for another one in the future. You know what I'm saying?
It's okay though, because
Yeah.
they called me when I first did the auditions, they had me come back like 3 times. And at that point, I'm like, okay, either you want me to be in this film or you don't. I'm not about to keep wasting gas coming back and forth. And they were like, oh, you got the look. You can act real good, so we want you.
They're
And
gonna
I
have
just
you
felt
for
like if
something
y'all
else.
saw it in me, like, why would y'all, you know what I'm saying? But
Not take the limb and just...
Exactly.
I
But
think
it's
you was
okay.
in competition with somebody.
I feel the same way,
It
too. I'm
probably
like,
is.
maybe you felt like this person was,
And sometimes I just took a acting class recently, and they said that like if you keep getting a call back, that's a great thing.
Exactly.
So they like you,
exactly.
and it may not be just this project, but they know they done got you a few times. They like she got the look, so it may be future projects that you got already. You know what I'm saying? It's just this one, and we're not gonna let it deter, right?
Facts,
because it's a reason for it. You know what I'm saying? Because the next project probably you gonna be the lead and bigger. You know what I'm saying? So. Like you said, it's a lesson learned, though. You just had to, and that was great advice because we all going through some things, you know, mentally, and you just got to be strong and know, like you said, that this is what I want to do, so I got to make it happen.
You got to. Don't let your mind, don't let whatever you're going through mentally affect what you love to do, and that's something I really had to learn. Because when I'm on set and that camera is rolling and they like action, I'm in that mode. Yeah. I'm in that moment, but when I'm off of it, it's like, oh, dang, I'm back to reality. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it is when you are a true actress or an actor. Yeah. But at rehearsals, it's like, okay, some people be playing around, they forget their lines and everything. Like, I literally remember that whole script in one day. Oh, wow. That's just, you know.
She said, don't play with her.
Like, that's just how it is.
How long you been acting?
I've been acting for a very long time. I took it serious in 2018. Okay. But I've always felt like I was meant for this since I was a kid. Yes. Like, I have a door in my mom's house. We moved there in 2001. I have a door in her house where I had signed my autograph. Listen. And I have so many people writing their names. My mama kept that door for me. Like, it's crazy. I always felt like I was a star. So
listen,
and,
you
know, I
am. You are.
So, have you ever been stuck in character before?
Yes, I have had that moment before.
How was that?
It was pretty cool. I grew up watching like Mean Girls and stuff like that, so I always felt like I was in that type of, you know, movie and everything like that, and that stuck with me for a long time. Maybe throughout high school, middle school, high school, and then I stopped doing that because I always applied what I watched on TV to my real life. Yeah, and I had to learn how to stop doing that too. I always felt like my life was a movie.
No, for real. Me so too. Like, up until I'm like, okay, nah, get this together.
Get it together.
This is reality. You know what I'm saying?
So when you on set, how's that process of you getting yourself ready for you filming?
What do you mean by that? Like
what do you do? How do you prepare? How do you warm yourself up?
Ooh, more so once they say action and I know the character, I normally zone out. So this is the thing that I do. I zone out. People that be on set with me know not to mess with me. When I'm sitting there and I'm like this, I'm more so like getting into character and I'm preparing myself to be who that person is. That character is opposed to being myself. Yeah. So that's pretty much how I do it, and I'll read my script over and over and keep going through over in it, everything like that. But that's pretty much how I do that. I just
now when you're watching yourself and like past projects you've done, or even past videos that you know you've done, and everything like that. What are you watching for, like? As far as yourself, even if it's other people that's in the scene or in the video, what are you watching when you're looking at yourself?
That's a good question. I'm always critiquing myself when I watch it, like, oh, I could have did that better. I could have did that. I always write notes down and I apply that to the next project that I do.
So you feel as though you've grown with each project that you've done?
Yeah, absolutely.
So is there any type of role you won't do?
Oh. I actually did have I had got a role. I want to say the name, but I don't want to say the name.
We're going to talk about it
later. We're going to talk about that later. I can, if y'all don't mind. Okay, so shout out to Lisa Brown. I was in the Dirty D.
Shout out to Lisa Brown.
I ended up getting sick for season 1. I was supposed to be in season 1. I was supposed to play India. Okay. And I had ended up getting sick. I had caught COVID, so I wasn't able to film around that time. But it was a lesbian scene. And
I'm trying to can't think of their names, but I know one of the names on there. Anywho, I'm just trying. You said the lesbian scene, so I'm going back to, was it with Boom? His name was Mike in the
movie. Yeah. So his girlfriend, or I think
one of them. It was gonna be one of them. The best friend or the
best friend.
Okay,
I think
it was gonna be the best friend.
It was either the best friend or the other girl that worked there.
Okay, yeah.
And she was supposed to be giving her head, and I just didn't feel comfortable with that. And then I had to feel, have my boobs out and stuff like that. So Lisa was actually very understanding, and she was able to even accommodate me me if I wanted to get extra pay or anything like that. Like, I had no problems, doing that. I never did a role like that, so I didn't feel that was one of the only uncomfortable situations that I've been in. I was like, I don't know if I can do this, and have my titties out, like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
Going back, would you have done it? Like, if you weren't sick, would you have give it the chance? Even, with the up pay or whatever accommodations?
I probably wouldn't show my boobs for the pay, but because Lisa was so, like, accommodating and,
dope person,
sure. She was very dope, I probably would have done that scene because she was so dope.
It wouldn't have been real.
It wouldn't have been real.
But for the people who don't know how the acting works, it's cuts, it's this, we're gonna fake it. It's gonna look like that to y'all, but
it's not.
I'm just right here at the end of her knees.
Exactly.
So look, this thing. I mean, we know it's acting. We know it's all that. So, I mean, what if she'd have spreaded her legs or not?
Okay.
I mean,
But what if you got a whiff?
Okay. We're not gonna do that.
I didn't have to do it. I would have.
You would have been the one getting it.
Yeah. So that was like, I don't know. It's a little different.
It's different.
I don't know who the people was that was doing that scene, so I'm not saying anyone. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Even my horror film was different for me because I had to like literally scream. We were actually in the backyard of a house, so they had neighbors, and it was like 1:00 in the morning. So I had to like literally, I was like, I had chains on, and I had like a beat up shirt. I had to be like,
and they're probably like,
exactly.
Because if I see some shit like that, like, hold on.
Exactly. And they had me on these chains, and I had to like literally stand on this crate. And then they kicked the crate out, and I had to hang. So I'm like, oh my God. And I was so cold. We was in a basement. So that was something different for me too. And I was like, oh my God, I don't know. It was so many people, unfamiliar faces, people that I didn't even know. I had to scream and shake and act like, So that was kind of different. Because normally when you film, you're literally filming with your castmates and maybe a few producers. So to have like those extra stand-ins and background actresses, it was kind of different for me. It was dope though.
Yeah. What has been one thing that you've learned just from being on different sets or working with different people? What is the number one thing you've learned and you kind of take it with you everywhere? I know we talked about, don't let what you're going through mentally affect your work and everything. But outside of that, just with working with different people or being on different sets.
Professionalism. I definitely asked my producer for my last film that I worked on. I asked him to give me some feedback on how he felt because that was like a real production film that I finally did. Yeah. And he gave me some feedback. He said I was a great actor, but he just felt like, people shouldn't lead a set. But I also feel like people, like, if you are a producer or anything like that, as actresses and actors, you should carry that professionalism. But if you are a producer that's letting people get away with certain things, you should be more stern on things like that because we feel like we have the, we can do whatever we want.
If you don't set the tone.
You're not setting the boundaries and the tone, so it's like, okay, you don't care. We did what we had to do, and now we free to go.
Oh, you was supposed to stay after your scene was over?
Yeah, but some of us was going back to the shuttle or because it was cold outside. Yeah. I didn't want to stand outside. Yeah. But, so just keeping it professional and making sure that you just learn. You stay on set to learn, ask questions that you may not know about and things like that. I was always asking questions, making sure, just to carry that on to the next set that I go to.
That is dope.
So on that point, do you feel as an actress that you don't need to learn anymore, or do you still take classes?
I don't take classes. I would love to take some classes, but literally all my friends always say you're a natural at it. You don't need to take classes. But I also feel like there's always room to learn. You always have. Everybody should be learning every single day.
That's facts.
I have taken classes online. I took advantage of the COVID classes that they offered. They had a lot of free classes and stuff like that. So I took a lot of free classes that were virtual and things like that. Learned a lot from there and everything like that. I say go for it. Even if you feel like you're the best of the best. I've even reached out to people like I can help assist with certain things just so I can learn from that point of view as well.
Definitely.
So, it's always room to learn and grow.
So, bam, let's get into these cards.
Yes.
You first.
Me?
So you'll read yours and ask it. Cooper answer, then me, and then you'll answer yours last, and then we'll swap it around.
Okay. So say that.
Whichever one. You'll read yours, but you'll answer it last. Cooper answer it first.
Okay, got you.
Here we go.
When was the last time you cried and why?
Damn, I gotta answer this.
Damn.
The last time I cried. Whew. The last time I cried was this year. I cried because I was hurt. And because I couldn't believe what was happening to me. I'm not going to say in specific what it was, but whatever. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. Now you answer.
I'm always
now
crying.
you answer.
Listen, I'm always crying.
Facts.
Like, it depends on what it. You saying yeah? I am.
You are. You cry, baby.
It's okay. It's okay. We deserve to cry sometimes.
Don't get it twisted. I ain't just no, but depending on the situation.
He killed the fly.
First of all, that is not. I'm not coming at, but depending on the situation, and it could be because the last time we're talking about the last time.
Mm-hmm.
The last time I cried, you remember?
Mm-hmm. You cried after that.
When? Okay.
You want me to tell them the last time you cried?
Tell me my ear first.
Nah.
Y'all
It
gotta
ain't
say
bad.
this out
It
loud.
ain't bad like that. We were sitting on the couch talking, and you was like, "You acting mean."
Oh.
Oh.
Well, that was different. I guess that was why. I think I was drunk.
You were.
Oh, okay.
And I was sober.
That's because it was a light liquor. I don't do a light liquor. It have me either crying or violent. So in that case, the light liquor made me cry and get in my feelings. But that was the last time I cried. We're just gonna leave it at that. Dang, I forgot about that. It was like a week ago.
Yeah.
When is the last time you had a cry?
Ooh, last week. Okay. Like I said, I've been going through a lot of stuff mentally. And then getting kicked out of that film. It's been shit that's just been happening and happening. But I'm literally trying to get myself back to, Talia.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was what the last time.
Real quick question. How do you keep your mental in check? How do you...
Ooh, prayer. For real. My support system, my help over there.
Yes.
My friends, literally. And then like right now, I'm really trying. I tap into podcasts, so hence why I'm here. I don't know if you guys heard of the Self Love Fix.
I feel like I did.
But Beatrice, oh my gosh, she's amazing. I love her podcast. I listen to podcasts. I try to journal when I can. Listening to upbeat music, smoke. Probably drink sometimes. I don't drink liquor no more because my friend, my baby Devin, she's battling cancer right now. She's winning.
Yay.
She's overcoming it. Yeah, she's just finished her last chemotherapy. So shout out to her. I love you so much. I'm really happy for her. That makes me emotional.
I know, it's okay.
So yeah, that's about it.
So we gonna tap into that a little bit more.
Yeah.
When do you feel like your mental is overcoming you and you can't control it?
Ooh. That is a great question.
No, for real.
I guess when stuff just constantly coming at me. And I have 2 children. I have 2 boys. And I feel like I can't fail them. I have to be a better person for myself so I can provide that lifestyle for them. Because if they see me being weak, I just feel like I have to be strong for them all times. Right. I understand it's okay to cry. My oldest son tell me all the time, like, it's okay to cry. Like, he always tells me that because I told him that so many times. But more so when shit just constantly, if it's not one thing, it's another.
Literally.
All the time. I feel like these past 2 years has been hell. But I'm really entering, I just turned 30. Hey. So I feel like I'm entering a new chapter. Okay, I feel like I'm just entering a new chapter, a new journey. Yes. I'm trying to let all that shit go from what happened to me because it's not who I am.
Yes.
Right.
It's just situations to help mold you into who the you supposed to be.
Exactly.
Read your question.
All right.
Read your question.
Your significant other catches a case and is going to be locked up for a long time. Would you hold them down or leave? Explain.
Give us how many years? So you got to give it a year.
I was about to say, okay, what's a long time?
10 years a long time.
Shit, 6 months a long time. The fuck?
Facts.
6 months not a long time.
Man, all right, 10 years. We'll put 10 years.
10 years. 5?
5 years.
5 to 20.
5 to 20 years.
He might get out.
5 to 20.
He might get out.
Okay, he want to hear 2 to 5.
2 to 5? Is that what you saying?
2 to
You
5.
said 5 to 10 a long gap. That's
Yeah.
like
Well, depends
2 to
on what
5.
he did. You know, sometimes they be like, you are sentenced to blah blah blah. But if you do good stuff, you might get out. I mean, I don't be in jail, so I don't know the jail rules and
who's
shit.
gonna answer this first? Me. I'll answer first.
All right.
If it's like 2 to 5 years, I hold her down. But if it's like 5 to 20 years, after 5 years, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna let her know, like, hey, I'm gonna be here for you when you get out, but I got needs that need to be met. So
That's some shit. Yeah. What about you?
Okay, so like he said, 2 to 5 years is okay. I will probably hold you down. It also depends on what you did.
mm-hmm.
Too. But 2 years, time go by fast.
It do.
But
It do.
2 years max. 5 years, that's pushing it. I'm sorry.
You said that's pushing it.
That's pushing it. 1 or 2 years. I'm gonna hold you down. Like I said, it also depends
1 or
on
2?
what you did. Damn, how long was Gucci locked up? Cause Keisha and
Long
Gucci,
time.
a long time, but he has money.
But
and
he helped
stuff,
her,
You
yeah,
know,
he
they
made
kind
her-
of made that work.
yeah.
You know, now
so
if you
we can do it like that.
If
yeah.
you broke ass Jody, baby, I'm
yeah, it's
What the hell?
just saying. I mean, we ain't got that to worry about. I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
I'm gonna say this
It
though.
depends on.
You go to jail for rape, I ain't holding you
Oh,
down
no,
at all.
you done, yeah, no,
No.
yeah, it's a list of things. If you did, then I'm not.
Absolutely.
You just know, you already know that this ain't that before you even go. Like, yeah, I know she ain't gonna have my back, and I ain't. I'm not writing no letters. I'm not sending no pictures. I'm not doing none of that. I'm sorry. You on your own. That's just what it is.
That's a tough one. I just pray I never have to go through nothing like that.
Facts.
Yeah.
No, that's facts.
You got an answer now?
I did. That was my answer.
You never said you hold nobody down or not.
Said depending on what you did. I mean,
Yeah.
first of all, if we just hunching,
Hunching
don't
what?
even think that.
People.
Definitely gotta have a title together.
If,
Sure.
If you're my husband, yeah, you know we gon' and
Yeah.
depending on what you did, we gon' get
Depending
through
on
it. You know.
Okay, say this.
Aw.
Say I beat the shit out of somebody and I make a mistake and kill him and they give me 10 years. But it's for protecting you.
I mean,
Oh,
that's different.
That's different.
He
yeah.
trying to beat on you and my son.
Okay, that's different.
You
Like,
gonna hold me down?
Yeah.
The whole 10 years?
What you mean? Yeah, we in this,
Facts.
babe, and I'm pulling up. We gonna have
Yeah, you have my
conjugal
back
business.
too. Yeah, right. Facts.
But
Yeah,
then,
yeah.
but
facts.
then while I'm in there, his motherfucking brother in that bitch.
And his brother.
And I got to stab him up and they give
Here
me
we
10
go.
more years.
Oh no, shit.
But how do a man? Cause you a man.
Yeah.
Right.
And I don't know if you ever been in that situation before, but you can answer to your ability.
Mm-hmm.
How do a man hold himself down and have that much self-control if he in jail for 10 years? Like what?
What you mean have self-control?
What you mean
for what?
self-control? Like
Not messing with them
messing
niggas
with
in there.
females.
You
and-
said
females
while
in
he's
jail.
inside.
yeah, while you inside, like you
Like
don't
the
got
guards and stuff.
yeah, and then you can't have.
You know they be
you
having
got-
sex with the
exactly.
the
I ain't
COs
never
and
been,
stuff?
so I don't know.
So you don't know.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Yeah. Don't ever go. We
Yeah,
don't need
facts.
to find out.
Because I'm like, the only people I know in there you can have sex with is other same people.
Exactly.
I'm
That's what
straight on that.
They
I'm
be
straight.
having, I did see a video real quick. I did see a video, and the dude was like, the one said we together. The other one was like, I mean, he the closest thing to a woman.
See?
You know, I love him. Like I'm not
And that's
gay, but I'm
scary.
just, you know, until I leave.
That's
Hey.
scary.
That's them. This me. I'm not.
I'm
going.
not
Facts,
judging
facts.
nobody.
I know.
That's what do what you do for
I'ma tell
you
this.
that make you work.
I get in trouble. I'm going on the room forever.
Okay. forever, ever.
You gotta catch me.
Let's get into this freaking video.
So you just gonna let the baby cry? Can you pick him up or something? I'm shopping. Pick him up.
Shut up! Hey!
Oh my God, my baby! What
What the fuck are you doing, motherfucker? Hey, man!
Oh my God!
Damn joke! It's a joke! It's a joke!
Fuck.
My reaction was, dog, what the fuck? Like, in the laughing, like, tone, of course. The concept, the idea, where did that come from?
It came from him.
You know, you would think that he be banned from the motherfucking store by now. They should know who he is coming up in this thing. You know, stop playing.
But this,
And to know the time he be on.
what I want to know.
What?
Who idea was it to color the baby? You was like, I ain't gonna have no white baby.
Yeah, we ain't gonna have no white baby. So we had to color it brown.
And they ain't had no
to
brown
make
baby
it look
dolls.
realistic. Yeah.
They didn't have no brown baby
No,
dolls?
they didn't. No, we had. Yeah, we ain't had no.
That was just
brown.
what y'all had at the time.
Yeah.
You had to make it work. She said, "Listen, we're gonna put the video in so y'all can see what we saying." And listen, the shit was funny.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. So, what was the feedback y'all got back from the people just inside the store? Like,
Ooh,
comments, all that. Let's start with the
mix.
store. Like, how did they feel after, you know what I'm saying, seeing the stroller?
It was a mixture of comments. A lot of people was like, "Oh, that's not funny," and then some people was like, "Oh, that was funny as hell."
Yeah.
So it kind of like how the comments are now
Yeah.
from the video that we posted, but we got more like, "Oh, that's funny as fuck."
Yeah.
Videos. I mean, comments than
It wasn't
stuff
funny.
That for sure was funny.
What made y'all, or, you know, what made you be like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go through with it?
Man, I didn't even feel comfortable doing it at first. I'm not gonna lie, but then I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it just to see. And when we did it, I don't know how to explain it. I just didn't feel comfortable doing it at first. I'm not gonna lie.
Was the adrenaline rushing?
My adrenaline was rushing. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I did this, because it could be a trigger.
No,
but it's funny though. At the end of the day, because at the end of the day, it's a prank. It
Yeah.
wasn't real.
Yeah.
Now, if it was real, then I can understand. Like, you doing that to her. We wouldn't ever harm no children. I have children of my own, so it's like we wouldn't ever harm no children. It's just fun. It's funny. And I've seen worse.
He stumped the shit out that
So-
barrel.
No, he did.
That was so. That's the fact that he doubled back and tried to flip it over
That
even
part.
more. Like, what? That was so funny.
It's like, okay.
Well, at least he wasn't naked.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Right.
Because don't
No.
he usually be naked?
But no, after when he told me like, oh, like get out your mind, like you thinking too much about it. Like once we put it on the internet, they gonna think it's so funny, and he literally was right. Like everybody thought it was so super funny. Like y'all need to keep doing videos like this. Like that's all I keep hearing.
What was no one got in trouble or anything like that in the store? Nobody was harmed.
Nope.
Seeing,
Absolutely
someone
not.
chasing after them to attack them, Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great thing that somebody, if that was the case, that someone is not just watching and recording like, oh, because you know how the world is now, like, oh, well, that ain't my business. It ain't my baby. You know what I'm saying? So that was a great thing to see that somebody was going to get justice for you and your baby.
Facts.
Okay?
Yeah. I feel like that's a good perspective to look at things, too, instead of looking at it in a negative way, like, oh, they doing this for fun to get likes.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, now you can see that there's people out here that really
will.
have
Yeah.
they got a heart.
Because
Shout out to
we
him.
Right.
Yeah, shout
Because
out
they
to
said
him.
he can come to the barbecue.
Listen, because he wasn't playing about you and that baby.
Exactly.
Motherfucker.
Motherfucker. And started running.
Man.
He was like, oh
And
my
a lot
God.
of other people was just watching. Like,
He was-
you know what I'm saying? So that was good to see that.
Like, why y'all ain't help him chase him down?
Exactly.
Y'all weak as
That would have
hell.
been wild to have all them people on your ass. Listen.
Right.
Because they wasn't going to take it. Was a joke.
Exactly. So yeah, it was dope. I think he's really good when it comes to like being selective on what joke he chooses to do
Right.
and
Yeah.
where we do it at. So.
So,
Definitely.
have y'all ever thought about coming up with a web series?
No, we haven't.
Well, the thought is out there now.
The thought is out there now, right?
Right.
I do want to bring my YouTube channel back, so might have to look into that.
Yes, definitely. Now, you say you are into business. Can we talk about some of the
absolutely.
business
Absolutely.
things that we should be looking forward to in the
Yes.
future?
So I did have a business called Face of a Model called Foam. And what that was initially for a girls group, and we just had I hosted like monthly events and stuff to cater to women who goes through different things. But then the name just didn't correlate well with the events that I was doing, so I changed that into like a beauty online boutique.
Okay.
So it more so focuses on self-care and manifesting the life that you desire. So be on the lookout for that. That's coming out very, very soon. And then I also have an organization that's coming out. I don't want to say the name yet.
Okay, no problem.
But that's going to be helpful for those like families that are in need and people that are struggling and going through things, because I literally, like I said, these past 2 years have been very rough for me. And I've always been the type of person that don't like to ask for anything. But my Uncle Munch, he has literally made it easier for me and more comfortable for me to be able to just ask and not be afraid to ask. If somebody say they there for you, take advantage of that. Not take advantage of it like that, but, be open to that.
Yes.
And my friend Boop, her name is Ebony. I love her so much. Like, she literally had my back throughout everything. So that's that. And then my children, my boys, they have a business called Yummy Gummies, which is vitamins.
Yes.
All 100% natural, homemade gummies. That's going to be coming out. And then they also have K&K Brothers because it's so hard to shop for boys.
Yeah, no, I got 3 of them. I know.
So, yeah. So we will have like sets and stuff like that. Will make it easy, which will make it easier for mothers to shop instead of just looking for shirts and t-shirts. All of it will just be sets and accessories and stuff. And then we'll launch shoes probably in the summer.
I love that.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Definitely.
Yes, K&K Brothers, look out.
Is there any you want to get into your question real quick? Go ahead.
We can. What lesson has your biggest mistake taught you?
Ooh, is that on me first?
Nope. Her.
Ooh, me first. What lesson has your biggest mistake taught you? That's something I gotta think on. Cause I don't want to just talk.
What?
She want to say the right stuff.
I want to say the right stuff. Yeah. What lesson has your biggest mistake? Mistake. My biggest mistake. That's tough.
Biggest mistake was peeing on the toilet and you know not to do it again because you don't want to sit on it.
What? No, that's not the biggest mistake.
That's so funny. Oh, okay. I could say this because I'm an honest person. My biggest mistake, I guess, was I had got this car in 2019, I think. I went to Right Way Auto, and I had got me a Hyundai Tucson, whatever it's called. Tucson.
I don't know, girl.
I don't know. It's an SUV, and I always wanted like a real brand new car, something fresh, nothing old, because I've always had like older cars, because my mama will always buy stuff, and I'm like, I'm doing this for myself now, and I want to get something nice, ride luxury, and I had that car for 2 years, but my biggest mistake was not being able to just be okay with owning something instead of making payments on something. Yeah. I hope that's okay to answer because a lot of people make this mistake trying to live that lifestyle, and it's not worth it. I paid way too much money on it, and I ended up getting my car taken away from me because I couldn't afford it no more, like insurance and the car payments on it. So so it's like I'm not even into that no more. Just give me a car, and the gas prices anyway is way too high, so I'm cool with my little Mally that I got now. So
you got a car.
Okay, exactly. So that was one of my biggest mistakes. I could say that.
What was the question? Biggest mistake that you learned from?
Yeah.
It's a tough question.
Yeah, because I'm human. I be making mistakes, So
facts.
But let's see. Probably doing anything that I know I'm not supposed to do and then continuing to do it. Or even doing something that might have hurt someone that's dear to me, and I know I wouldn't want that done. So it's like to know that I hurt a person, kind of. That's the lesson learned. Like, don't do that shit now. Especially when the people is, like, rocking with you type thing. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You don't hurt people who is near and dear. Like,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, that's definitely one of them.
Okay.
What about you?
I'm answering a little different.
Do your thing.
A little different. But this is a big, a super huge mistake. I pushed out a fart. A little poop came out.
What?
I'm not messing with
That's
poop.
funny.
I'm not.
I learned not to push farts out no more, and yeah.
I'm not doing that.
I ain't say when it happened.
I'm not. We're not. Could you let the people know? Could you let the people know what your social media is and any last things that you would like to say to my audience?
Yes. My social media is Talia Breanna, TALIA BREANNA. It should pop up, or you can Google me. Hey. But that's about it. You can look on my page. I'm getting ready to get back into my YouTube. I'm gonna launch my businesses in 2023. I'm not gonna rush into that because I normally do things prematurely. Yeah. So I'm working on that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really know because I was gonna talk about the film that I was in, but Unfortunately, I'm not in that anymore. But I do have 5 minutes coming out, so be on the lookout for that. My homie Jermaine is in that. Jasmine Renee is in it. Sada Baby is in it, if I'm not mistaken, and a couple other people. Shout out to Ronnie.
Yes.
Shutter Boy Films. I'm super excited for that. That's my very first movie that I'm a lead in. So I played the girlfriend. My name is Kelsey.
Shit.
Yes. So I'm really excited about that. And then I have some other stuff coming up, but I don't want to talk about that right now because y'all gonna see that coming up.
Whenever you want to come back and talk about it, let us know.
Yes. Thank you for having me as well. I
Thank
appreciate
you for
that.
joining us. Y'all know y'all can find us this podcast on power.the-letter-u.podcast on IG, YouTube, Power U Podcast. I'm Andre Alexis, Andre Alexis _Cooper. They can find you at. Find Cooper on
Cause me, I fell, I'm always down for you.
Peace.
And every couple had a ups and downs, but when he ain't around.